Hi, all.
Hello. How are you doing?
Hello.
What's up?
Welcome to the Neighborly third episode.
Yeah.
Welcome, everybody.
Thanks y'all for having me.
Not
Hello,
a
everybody.
problem.
Chat.
Yes, thank you. We know it was short notice, but you came through, Chubz. We appreciate you.
Ain't no problem.
Yeah, pretty much reached out to the man, 48 hours ago? And he was like, yeah, I could do it. I was like,
Yeah,
sweet.
Not
no
too
problem.
long.
We got
Yep.
Peplin in the house.
Yeah,
I
everybody.
hate stupid people.
Stuff, Steph.
Pride Moore's fishing. Muffet. Bold Mama.
Old Mama. Hello, everybody. How's everyone tonight?
Hey, everybody.
So, hope you're ready for this, Chubz. But I believe me and
Absolutely.
Foxie got a few questions for you.
Okay.
Level 2 tree.
3 or 4.
JDR Aquatics, welcome. Well,
Hi, JD.
I'm gonna start this off, but with one
Okay.
question. Tell us about this rescue.
Yeah. I plan on starting the Louisiana rescue, Louisiana fish rescue. Here shortly. Pretty much just going in action and just get the paperwork done and make it legit. You know, to where I'm full nonprofit, just like OFR and FFR, and make the Louisiana fish rescue.
That's awesome.
So will you be servicing only the Louisiana area, or will you be going out of state as well?
I will take in fish and take donations of any kind towards aquatics from anywhere I can get it. I'll try to take in and house as many as I can. You know,
Well, you're doing
much as
just
I can. Yeah, just aquatics. But I wouldn't be afraid to do saltwater or anything. I mean, I've had a little bit of everything going on before, you know.
Well, that just crossed out a question. Well, 2 of them. All right. What's your favorite fish?
Favorite fish would have to be a peacock bass. That's immense.
Why?
I
Why is
just
that your
always
favorite? What draws you to them?
just their spunk, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
It's
Personality.
veracity, yeah, personality.
They
They're
are
beautiful fish.
Just a beautiful fish and
That's what I was about to say.
very voracious when they eat.
Yeah. Very lively. I see the draw.
TNN Aqua, welcome, buddy.
Hello, Bobby.
I'm not looking at chat right now, so.
Well, while I'm at it, I'm going to share this posting real quick.
And why did you, what made you want to start the rescue?
Just, just listening to Mike talk about it and seeing OFR out there and just seeing a way that I can give back to the fish community, because, I know how to take care of fish pretty well. I mean, not perfect, I do lose fish, but,
That's just
I wouldn't
part of
mind
the
it,
hobby.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a great reason to help others.
Yeah. They got a lot of fish out there that need a good home, and I'd like to provide it for them if I could,
Yeah.
Well, I reached out to a fish rescue today, and I'm working on trying to get fish from a fish rescue.
Nice.
So I think that's awesome that people want to do that for the fish.
Yeah.
It is. Hello, Ames. Welcome.
What's your favorite plant, Mr. Plant Guy?
Oh, yeah.
Favorite plant?
Yeah.
That's a
Or
tough
should
question.
we break it down? Should we break it down to 3 categories: floating, epiphytic, and stem? Like
Well,
which?
I like them all. I mean, there's different plants for different situations that can grow in different ways, and
Hmm.
I think I just froze up. Well, my camera just froze up.
I
But
don't understand.
okay,
You're good.
well,
You're moving.
okay. Well, it froze up on my end, but crypts are probably my biggest fascination right now. Just the way they bloom, and you know the blooms of a crypt are freaking amazing. If y'all never seen one, but that's why I started this all crypt tank. Try to propagate out crypts to where I could have some extras to put in like to grow immersed and try to get them to bloom or blossom, and kind of what I've been looking at.
Yeah, I agree. Crypts are really cool. Actually, I have one in my tank that they say it's Crypt lutea, but I don't think so, and I still need to send you a picture of it because it's really pretty, but I don't think it is. I think it might be undulata, but I'm not sure.
I did end up purchasing your plant book.
Oh, the one I
Yeah.
showed you.
Yeah, I did purchase in that book. That is an awesome book.
Oh yeah, they got so much information in that book. It's ridiculous.
From lighting to like your area, parasites, pest sites, all kinds of stuff. Proper lighting, the regions and stuff like that. It
breaks it down to even the nutrition and the pH level, and I mean everything.
I'm gonna have to look into that book.
They want to know
if
what
Chubz recommends it. It's probably a book to have.
Well, I'll tell you this much: that book does not have plants in it.
I tell you, Alex is the one that showed me the book, and this is the book. It's a very, very good book. It's by Crystal Castleman, and it's a fantastic book.
Peplin's like, wait, what? Chubz has a book?
I got plenty.
Chubz probably could write his own book at this point with the knowledge that he has.
Hello, Kenny.
Maybe some memoirs, but
a lot of people in the fish fam look to you when they need some plant knowledge dropped on them.
Yeah, well, everything, pretty much everything I know, we learned from a book or YouTube. So,
can you show Ames the author's name?
Yeah. How's that? My screen still froze up.
I can see it.
Sure.
Other than the glare. Spell the name of the author.
How about this? I'm gonna jump out real quick and come right back up, and that way you try to get it redone.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, I'll be right back.
That knows too.
So what did you get up to today? Anything interesting?
I got up, started my day, cleaned out the refrigerator. Otherwise than that, not a whole lot.
Well, that sounds fun.
Now we
get right.
There we go.
There we go. Chris, that's clear as a bell. Still Castleman.
Yep. And there's the name of the book.
And where did you guys find your copies at?
I got mine off of Amazon, but I learned about this through Alex at Secret History. You can see here's a picture of a blossom of a crypt.
That's beautiful.
You see it right there.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. Yeah. So that's why I started this crypt tank I got behind me. It's doing pretty good.
Yep, I need that book.
Yeah, it's a very good book.
It could be a very pricey book too.
Yeah, it's not the cheapest book in the world. No,
it's not.
For the information in it, it's worth it.
Yeah, definitely.
If you're serious about plants and getting the more rare stuff, or even just learning more about the plants that you're keeping in your aquarium or in the hobby, it's definitely worth it if you can get it.
That's really cool.
What's your favorite substrate?
Eco Complete.
Eco Complete.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts?
Would you go Eco Complete, or would you go your homegrown DIY method that you do? Out of the two, which would you choose?
If I had to, well, just the last substrate I did right here is fluorite, Chem fluorite, Eco Complete over river sand, and that's it. And it's working great. I put root tabs on top of the sand, and then put the fluorite and the Eco Complete on top of that, and it's growing crypts like crazy.
That's awesome.
But all my tanks have Eco Complete and fluorite mixed. Some have more than that, but all of them do have that.
What's your thoughts on using blasting sand?
It can work. It can definitely work with the right root tabs or the right fertilizers, depending on what plants you got. I mean, anything can work. You can use actual just sand, like glass beads, and you can get plants to grow. You just have to have the right nutrients.
Hello, Steph. Did we miss you coming in? And
Which-
Patty. Hello, Patty.
Which of your tanks is your favorite?
Right now, it would be the Crypt tank, just because it's the newest tank. That and my little Jack Dempsey tank, a 20-gallon.
And the one you just did is a bow front, correct?
Yeah, it's a 72-gallon bow front.
Oh, nice.
Well, that would get right into my next question. How is the 72 bow front tank coming along?
Oh, it's doing great. I'll show you. Let me see if I can flip it around without messing it up.
Rico Stan, welcome. Darlene's tank, welcome.
Hello, Alan, Rico, and Darlene. Welcome, guys. Thank you, Muppet.
I'll figure it up every time I change the camera. Okay, I'll be right back.
StreamYard's been funny lately.
Yeah, a lot of people are having trouble flipping with different phones and different devices. JDR Aquatics.
I know everything just had an update recently, so maybe their new update is buggy.
There's the man.
Yep, with you. All right. So you can see, it's doing real good. And I have new residents in there too.
Cool.
We got 10 Roman nose tetras, 8 we got 8 thread fin rainbows, and then we got 8 neon green rasboras. Here's the red fins. Roman nose, from the bottom. But yeah, all the crypts are doing great. A little bit of milk, but not a lot.
Yeah, I'm not saying too much.
Yeah.
It's looking good.
Not a lot. And these are, you can see the tissue cultures are even doing good. That's all tissue culture right there. And then the big spiralis in the back came out of my 75-gallon guppy tank. Yeah, I got 17 different species of crypt in here.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
17 species of 17 different named crypts. Some of them are hybrids, like the Wheelicii or something like that. It's a hybrid between the Alaroxi and Parva, that's Parva right there. This is the Alaroxi. And then, so it's like a hybrid between a couple of different ones. And we got some poster back there and We got Utia, and we got some Utia, Elixtra, and Rio Borealis, and got Windy, Nereid, Rose and Maiden, and you name it, it's probably in there. But yeah, it's doing good.
That's going to be gorgeous when it grows out.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Bold Mama, can you drop the link for that book? A few people are asking for it. If you can help us out.
Oh yeah. It's a great book.
Yeah, it is an awesome book.
And what do you use on the background for your tanks?
This is a blue background. You know how you get the blue and black.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this is just the blue background. But this tank, I picked up the tank, the stand, a Title 75, the light, which I forget the name of the light, but it's pretty good Planet light, and the heater for $300.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah. But I did notice the silicone was bad, so I resealed it, and it's working good.
That's almost a must when you get a new tank. You gotta check the seal.
Oh yeah, if I see silicone peeling up, I order silicone immediately. Yeah, when I did this tank, I did 4 tanks at one time. I did this bow front, another little 46 bow front, and 255.
Thanks, Muppet.
There's a warrant chat going on that there's only one book left in stock.
See who gets it.
Who's the lucky person to get it? When and how did you get started keeping fish?
I started, my first fish tank was when I was 13. And it's because one of my best friend's brothers had fish. And he had a 55 with a Jack Dempsey in it. Just one Jack Dempsey and a common Placo. And I love that fish to death. And I just would stare at it for hours. And then he had a 29 long with some angelfish. Well, he was getting rid of the 29 long and the Jack Dempsey, so he gave them to me. And that was my first tank. It was I think it was about a 10-inch Jack Dempsey with a 29-gallon long.
Oh, goodness.
And I kept that fish for 2 years. And then I traded him for I traded him when I got my first 75. I traded him for a red tail catfish, Amazon red tail catfish. And I brought him home, and at the time I had a little baby snapping turtle about the size of a 50-cent piece, about like this. I got the red tail catfish home. I dropped him in that 75-gallon. Before he hit the bottom, he ate that turtle. Oh man, I was so mad.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but yeah, that's how I got started, and then I got into predator fish. But like this was before the bans, but I had a giant snakehead, and I had all kind of stuff. Started with predator fish, and then from there, I just started collecting more tanks and started figuring out how to breed fish, and started breeding electric blue Jack Dempseys in the late 90s. Then bred five-star generals or 5-spot jewel African river cichlids. And built up a fish room with over 30 tanks and almost 1,500 fry from 2 different species.
Oh, wow.
And then kind of started downsizing and got into saltwater and stopped breeding freshwater. And then I got rid of the freshwater altogether and just had a 75-gallon saltwater tank with a moray eel. And then I got rid of the eel, shut the tank down for about 3 or 4 years, and never thought about it. Then just started watching YouTube and got back into fish. Then I started YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube will do that. It'll pull you right back into the hobby quick.
Yeah, yeah.
Hello, John Larson. Welcome.
Just seeing the way everybody was doing it, and figured I could throw my 2 cents in there and little nicks and little tricks and little things that I do to make it just a little bit easier than what everybody else was saying, or combine 2 things that 2 different people said and made it work better, and
Yeah.
just little tricks and stuff like that. And I had planted tanks before. Matter of fact, my big 75 guppy tank has the Eco Complete. Some of the Eco Complete in there is over 10 years old.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. That tells
It's
you
recharged now by the fish poo, I hope.
well, it was completely dried out for probably 2 or 3 years. Well, yeah, probably about 5 or 6 years. It was completely dried out, just in a bucket in a garage, covered in dust and hay and whatever. Alfalfa hay for the rabbits that we was keeping. But,
wait, was that a Freudian slip? You said cooking first.
well, we were keeping rabbits. We was feeding rabbits alfalfa hay, and then we was cooking them. Yeah. So that's how that went. But yeah, then I set the tank up. I think it was about a year and a half. Well, it was last January, and I started YouTube in March. So I just made a year on YouTube. So
Patty's petite tank says Chubz Aquatics could scape a toilet bowl and make it look great. She's not wrong.
I doubt that. You ain't seen the toilet bowls I've left.
And Bold Mama says it's awesome you share so much knowledge, Chubz.
Yeah, I figured, been doing this for so long, what's the point of knowing so much if you can't help people or share it with anybody,
Yeah, I agree. Hello, Craig. Welcome in. You still with us, neighbor?
Yeah, I'm still here. I was emailing Chubz your link.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry about that.
No worries.
Other than the 72 boat fund, what's new to the fish room?
What's new? Let's see here. I got a couple more fish we can see. Look for my battery, my phone.
So how much snow did you get last night, neighbor?
Not too much last night, but the night before we had a few inches on the deck, but only a dusting in the yard.
Ian, welcome.
This is little 21 I got with electric blue Jack Dempsey in it. I got Japanese trapdoor snails and caramello snails and a couple little ram horns.
I love how that tank looks. That's so cool.
Yeah, it's kind of like a peninsula tank where it's just all 3 sides are open.
Yeah.
And it's right across from all my junk and their bow front and my little nook. I guess you could call it my top secret cave or crazy lab or whatever. Yeah. Came out pretty good. This tank idea came from the piece of wood. I was collecting some wood. Well, I was collecting grass shrimp to feed the largemouth bass, and I found the piece of wood. Well, when I seen the piece of wood, it looked like it would just fit perfect in a 20-gallon tank, and it did. So,
well, you have a good eye, because that's a beautiful piece.
Oh yeah,
and it's nice and hollowed out for the fish to hide in it.
It's amazing the things you can pull out of the swamp.
Oh yeah.
Hello, Ian.
Yeah, it came out good. I really like it.
Hello, Dave.
Now, how often do you go out collecting plants / fish?
Usually once or twice a week, or whenever I get a chance. Some weeks we go 3 or 4 days, depending on the weather.
Mm-hmm. Everyone in chat is saying that they love that scape.
Yeah, it came out really good.
Ian is asking, anyone ever heard of a true freshwater limpet? They are just like the saltwater ones.
No, I haven't.
I haven't heard of them either. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that would be.
I wonder where they originate from.
Let's see what else is new. Oh, we got a. This is new. Started trimming out this tank. Notice a lot is gone.
Mm-hmm.
Is that guppy grass all the way to the left?
To the left. No,
Where
that's
your nose is.
Yeah, this is Pogostemon gayi.
Yeah, I remember you mailed me some of the Gaia, the Pogostemon Gaia, but it didn't do so hot for me.
Yeah, when I got it, it wasn't doing so hot either. And then I planted it, and I left it there. It melted all the way down to the substrate, and then when it came back, it just was everywhere.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for it to come back.
Yeah, well, if it came back
Hopefully,
by
it's
now,
just
I wouldn't.
establishing a nice, strong root system.
If it came back by now, I wouldn't count on it. Yeah, about 2 months, it was nowhere to be seen, and then it just started growing back. I was surprised myself. Yeah, I was catching most of the guppies out of here, moving all of them to a 55. And there was just too many plants in the way, and some started coming up, so then I started pulling them up, and now I got a 5-gallon bucket of Luigia repents and a bunch of other stuff.
I remember the last time you cleared out your tanks, you had 5-gallon buckets to mail out to people.
Yeah, I did.
I'll take a bucket. I'm just kidding.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
matter of fact, I was trying to get rid of all the valve that I had in this tank, the corkscrew valve and the Italian valve. As you can see, this is not. That's not. This is all supposed to be dwarf Sagittaria. That's not dwarf Sagittaria.
No, it's not.
That Italian valve snuck into the backside of the tank and went all the way across and then came all the way forward.
Yeah, once you have Italian valve, you probably have it for the life of the tank.
Oh, yeah.
I've run into that problem. Like the forest in my 30 is so thick, the fish are squished between the valve and the glass. So I had to go in and pull some out myself.
But this is one of the original plants that I had, is the Deadeye Brown and the Crypt Tropica. You can go back and see when I first planted this, I started with 1 pot of Pogostemon stellatus octopus, 1 pot of the Deadeye Brown, and 1 pot of the Tropica, and then like 2 or 3 Italian valves and a little tiny Amazon sword. And that Amazon sword is almost the size of almost front to back to a 75-gallon tank now. That's in another tank.
That's incredible.
Wow.
That's awesome.
You can see this big piece of bobitis that's growing out of this log, African water fern. It's really getting bigger. So almost 10 inches tall now.
Love how just natural your tank looks.
Yeah, the Crypt Parva is actually, I planted that on top of that log and it's starting to propagate out. I got roots that go down halfway of that log. That's probably, they got, if you look really good, you can see all the root system coming all the way down to here of this log. Crypt Parva is growing good on top of that wood.
Do you still have your moray eel?
No, I got rid of him probably 8 years ago, 6 years ago, something like that. And he was almost, when I first got that eel, it was literally the size of an ink pen. When I got him out of the tank, he was literally the size of this tank. And this was the tank he was held in. It was a 75-gallon tank. It's 4 foot from on the front glass. And his tail would touch one end, his nose would touch the other. He was about as big as round as a grapefruit. And he would eat straight out of my hand.
And what were you feeding him?
Octopus, silver sides, squid, anything that would fit in his mouth, he would eat it. Crawfish, he was eating shrimp, big jumbo shrimp. And then we was feeding him mantis shrimp. The trawlers some of my trawler buddies would catch mantis shrimp on the beach while they was trawling for shrimp. And they'd save the mantis shrimp that they caught and bring it home to me. And then I'd feed that to the eel.
Hello, Adele. Welcome.
Yeah, he was an awesome eel. And I never had to worry about him coming out the tank. But yeah, he was pretty cool.
Yeah, I was watching some of your old videos to come up with some of the questions.
Yeah.
How are the killifish?
The least killies?
Yes.
Oh, they're doing great.
Yeah, those are super cool fish.
I started with 3 female least killifish that I caught in Venice, Louisiana. Just 3 females. And now I'm up to about 400 least killifish.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we can go take a look at the guppy tank with the least killifish in it. Hold on.
Oh, wow.
That's beautiful.
Yep, all guppies and least killifish. Oh, guppies, endlers, and least killifish.
Abundance of killies.
Yeah, let's see. I'll take it off of the stand. I'll zoom in on. Get you a little closer on the least killies.
Hi, Bob. Welcome.
Welcome, Bob.
Zoom in.
I know, right, Adele? She's just like, wow.
Yeah. I don't think I really showed this since I finished it. I did have a video setting up this 29-gallon long stand with a 55-gallon tank. Yep. See, there's a least killie.
It's so tiny.
Yep. Fat and pregnant.
Cute.
And lots of guppies, lots of endlers. More least killifish right there. That's actually a male. The males stay smaller than the females, and the females only get 1 inch. So pretty guppies and endlers.
So they're in like size comparison to pygmy cories then.
Yeah, pygmy cories get bigger than the males. Pygmy cories, I got her in that tank we were just looking at.
I have pygmies as well. They're still juveniles though.
Mine are full grown. We can go back and take a look at them, but this is pretty cool. This is a artificial little rock structure. I cut some slits in it and then just slide the Wigia in it, and then that becomes a planter inside the aquarium.
That's a good idea.
So, yeah, you see a big mama there. That's probably the biggest least killifish I have. She's right at 1 inch.
They're so cool.
Yep. I keep my phone charged. But yeah, a bunch of different types of guppies, and my beta fish is in here too. The half moon, dumbo ear.
He gets along with the other residents.
She might pick off a fry or two every now and then, but for the most part, she gets along with everybody. Don't mess with anybody.
All the other fish look like they keep a healthy distance, so.
Yeah, you can see there's a nursery over here. There's like
Oh, that's
juvenile.
cool.
Yeah. And they got there's a tiny least killifish in the back right there. Those are males.
Patty's always got something to say.
Of
Looks
course.
like
What's he
Chubz has
saying?
already started this fish rescue from his own self.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We had a lot of guppies in a lot of different tanks, and with all of them had least killifish. I think it was like 7 different tanks, and we just combined them all into 155.
I love how bright that tank is.
Yeah. That's with a night crew. Yeah, night crew sky LED.
And how long has that tank been set up for?
About a week.
Okay.
But the 3 filters that 3 sponge filters were from the other 3 tanks that all the guppies came out of.
Mm-hmm.
So I just threw all 3 filters in here and said, "Here y'all go." So instant cycle. These are the big ear purple mosaic babies that I've had, but they're not all purple. But they're all still pretty.
Mm-hmm. They are pretty.
This is the females that probably already pre-hit now, but I'm gonna let them have the babies and see what those grow up to be. These males, they got some of them that are real stunning.
Is that your DIY sponge filter?
Yeah, that would be a DIY sponge filter on a brand co-op sponge filter base.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And that's a sponge filter I got from Detroit Shrimp. Then I got some other fish down here. Some let's see, like I got some in this tank. They got the sheephead pufffish.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we're gonna see them. They hide in the moon. And I got a few grass shrimp over here. This little tank, green water tank. But yeah, that's all that's in that one. And we go to the mirror tank. Turn the light on. And we got the bucktooth tetras.
I love that tank.
So how many tanks do you have?
Getting close to 20. Kill that glare. There's a little quarantine tank. Yeah.
Now I'm gonna have to get more tanks now. You're starting to catch up to me.
Yep. Yeah, these bucktooth tetras are pretty awesome.
I like how active they are.
Oh, they're constant. Never ending force right there. And they don't mess with this little guy here though.
Oh, that's a beauty.
Yeah, one of my little Playco grow outs. Yeah, they're active and they eat a lot, a lot. But you got to feed them a lot to keep the aggression down, because they'll turn on each other. I made a mistake and left one of the lids off when I did a water change, and one of them decided that he could go skydiving. He didn't make it though.
Hello, Fishon. Thank you for coming in.
And then this is my stepson's tank with his Oscars.
Oh, beautiful.
And another DIY stand that I did. It's Texas Blue Cichlid. Yeah,
And they
not
get
all
along
real
pretty well in
plants.
that. They get along pretty
Yeah.
well in that tank together.
Yeah, well, the Texas Blue is smaller
Mm-hmm.
than the Oscars, and I think that's what helps them get along. But the Texas Blue is a mean little character. I think Swampy's going through a situation with them, right?
Yeah, I have Oscars and Blue Texas Cichlid all fighting right now. They're all tore. All three of them are all tore up.
Yeah, and you see the little bluegill right there. He gets along with them. Nobody picks on him, but we keep them well fed.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good little trick. If they're well fed, they don't really want to do anything.
Yeah, they look pretty passive for the moment.
Well, yeah, but you wave your hand on top of the tank.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're ready.
Hey, Jess, thanks for lurking.
Hey, Jess. Here's a little sailfin molly. That's leftover
Aw.
lunch. Little wild caught sailfin molly. Put in big bruisers. And walking here, we got all the tanks lined up. Got these here. Bristlenose grow outs and guppy grow outs and a 20-gallon tank. I think it's a 25-gallon tank, but the one right there with the split tail was one of those big ear purple mosaic babies. We stuck them in
They're
here.
beautiful.
Yeah, you got all kind of colors on them.
Mm-hmm. There's all kinds of fancy. I really like that one.
Yep. We got a couple more right there. Yeah, showing off.
Like, we don't even want to ask anything at this point. We just want to watch the tanks. They're all so beautiful.
You have any ponds or tubs outside?
Yeah, I got 5 or 6 of them, maybe 7. This is a big-eared blue dragon, and that orange one, that one with the orange tail, he's a mutt that was just born here. But I say mutt, but it's Lucas Brett Strands that made that butt. So
Yeah, and that's not a real mutt.
yeah, that's not a real mutt. See a little bitty baby right there.
Aww.
But we got a lot more babies. Got a few of them in here. You can see one right there, and I don't know if the daddy's inside or not. Another one right there, and all their little newborns.
Aww.
I think there's 66 of them in here. I counted.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Look at all the bellies.
Yep.
That is so cute.
Yep. Let's see. Yep, they're already eating green beans.
That's cool. And they do well on green beans?
Absolutely. I usually give them a little bit of wood and a little bit of green beans after their yolk sac dries up.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, after they hatch, you got about a week and a half before the yolk sac, before they absorb the yolk sac.
Yeah.
So for a week and a half, they're not going to do anything. That's why I just keep them in the breeder box, and they do fine. You got a little piece of Crypspiralis in there. This is actually the one that Larry D won. I've never had a chance to send it to him yet. He won that, I think, last October.
Oh, wow. Well, it's warmer now.
Yeah. And then here's my largemouth bass with a full belly.
Oh, beautiful.
Yep. And I got a bluegill hybrid up there that we call a May West perch. You got a bluegill here. And that's a blackwater tank. Let me get the remote. We're going to take a look at this one. He's going green right now.
Wow.
I'm glad, Bob. That was the point of it. All right. Let's see.
That is definitely a St. Patty's Day tank.
There you go. Fancy lights. Gotta love them.
Those are the Nylock G lights.
Yes. I got a little LED heads up. And there's a little bit of information. Yeah. They work good. They definitely grow plants.
How much
And
power
I'll
are they
do.
each pulling? I missed that.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Yeah, those are some lights.
Yeah, well, right now they're only halfway.
That tank looks amazing.
How much was one of them lights?
Right under $200 each. And that's full blast on both lights.
Hint.
Ridiculous.
That's a hint for Bold Mama for the 120.
Yeah, you would probably need 3 of them.
That's 3 hints, Bold Mama. 3 hints.
Yeah, that's well, actually, you could almost do 3 of them on this tank, but I've seen people do 3 of them on a 75, and it looks amazing because you can daisy chain them.
Oh, that's cool.
And, yeah, they're made to hang, and they're made to be daisy chained to where you can have one plug going to the wall. So you can line them up sideways. You know, you turn them sideways, and you can have 3 of them lined up, or 4 or 5, or however many you can afford. But they definitely work good. You can see the big ear repents. There's a broadleaf Sagittaria. Not too many people have seen that one. It's kind of a more rarer one.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one too much. That's cool.
And it's actually locally sourced from a canal.
Lucky.
Then, Rotala rundifolia, Rotala atra Vietnam. That's Cryptropica. I can't never say this damn name. Alamonda We'll go with that. That's Cryptocorine pondifolia. I can say that one, but not that one. And then the Crypnarii Rosen Maiden, Apondageton lumdifolia. Then that's Taiwan lily. That's what that one is. And yeah, and it's spread out. I got a lot of Luigia white growing in the back. And then, yeah, a couple other plants in there too, spread out.
And honestly, it looks like a tank full of flowers for how the reds pop on the tops.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, I got some couple pieces of Loelia dark red in there. Loelia, a couple of different Loegias.
I like how the wood's like sticking out the top of the tank.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it goes. It literally goes from one corner to the all the way across the tank to the back and out the top.
How cool would it be to have moss grow all the way up that wood and out the tank?
Oh yeah.
Moore's Patch
on
Homestead.
this tank,
Welcome.
this piece of wood
Mm-hmm.
and this piece of wood is all joined. It's all one piece of wood. And it actually
Wow.
goes down and makes an X right there. And then they got a piece that comes down right there, piece that goes down in the back there. So yeah, that's all joined into one big piece of wood. It comes out the tank with
That
barnacles
is
and oysters,
awesome.
everything growing on it. Yeah, that's a really
Welcome,
awesome piece of
Chewy
wood.
and Morris.
And yeah, I get really lucky with the wood down here. With the Mississippi River, I mean, I got truckloads of driftwood I can go get.
I'm sure, and a lot of it's probably well cured too.
Oh yeah, it's been floating for hundreds of years.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you one good thing about this light. Look at the frog bit.
That is amazing.
And I do not have small hands.
Wow.
It definitely grows good frog bit.
Does that throw a lot of babies for you? Or does it
Yeah, but
compact grow?
the filament barbs do a lot of the trimming in this tank.
Of course they do.
And then right here you can see a golden top minnow. That's a big male. And I have 13 golden barbs in here. I have I think 6 or 8. Yeah, 6 6 giant Danios and then 4 filament barbs. There's a smaller golden top minnow
Beautiful.
that I've bred here. There's another Placo that I've bred here.
Mhm.
Here comes Big Daddy. They're beautiful fish. And they are in the Killie family.
I was curious about that because of their face shape.
Lunatic Fringe, welcome.
And there's the female. But since I put them in the tank with the barbs, they're not shy at all, even though they're wild caught fish. And I keep a camera in their face, so they're used to that too. Auto sinkless. I think I got 5 of those in here. Giant ram's horn snails. I mean, these things get huge in here.
Are they normal ram's horns that just get really big, or are they actually giant ram's horns?
No, these are just ram's horns that get really, really big. They're actually gold ram's horns.
Oh, wow.
But their shells are covered in algae.
That black one was really cool.
Well, it's just algae. Yeah, that's probably a little bit of cyanobacteria on the shell.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't get
They're
out of
helping
control.
each other out.
It doesn't get out of control. If I see the cyanic take off a little bit, I throw a little bit of Chemi Clean in here and it's gone. Or it'll die back. But cyanobacteria is easy to control if you know what you're looking at.
Mm-hmm.
But not a big deal. Like I said, it's not a big deal if you know what you're looking at.
Mm-hmm.
I think you see them pygmy cories. Now y'all talking about the pygmies.
Yeah, they're so cute.
Yeah.
I need all the pygmies in the world.
Right back there behind by the spongy filter. See one right there. A little fat boy.
Yeah, that's so tiny.
I've got a ton of shrimp in here. All different types. Even Caradina shrimp. There's crystal red caridina in here with guppies and Leo caridina.
They're all in harmony.
Oh yeah. See the wild type. Blues, and there's no telling how many you're gonna see in here. See anything at any time, but you never see everything at once.
Those are the best tanks, though.
Yeah.
They always keep you coming back for more.
Crystal red right there. Two of them actually. Right back to back.
Well, neighbor, if you don't mind, I'm going to head out now to switch over to my side. But first, I need to conduct a water change.
All right.
And then I'll meet you guys over for the second half over on my side.
All right. Cool.
All right.
All right. See you guys there.
Right on.
Now, do you keep other pets besides fish?
Yeah, I have 2 cats and a dog. I have a pit bull named Athena. I have a Maine Coon a black Maine Coon cat. His name is Georgie. I have a great tomcat that's named Amir.
Yeah, time does fly there, but mama.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, in 4 minutes, we're going to jump over to Foxie stream, and we will pick it up from there.
Yep. Give me a cigarette.
Thanks for the stream. No problem. Thanks for coming.
Yep.
3 at night here.
Aquaness. Bobby. Old mama. Appreciate y'all coming out.
Yeah, 27 in the house, and we got 22 thumbs up.
Oh, that's pretty good. Appreciate all the compliments and everything. Just looking back at chat real quick before we jump over.
Yeah, me too. Tennessee Aqua, welcome. And thanks for
Bob,
coming.
Bob, I'm glad you like that that green bean video. I tried to make it a little comical. I know I got bad sense of humor, but yeah.
So you said you're up to 20. How many other tanks do you got that are not set up?
I added it up the other day, and I have 699 gallons worth of fish tanks. That's 8 10-gallon tanks, 2 20-gallon tanks, 2 75s, a couple 40s, including a 40-gallon breeder and a couple 40-gallon tubs, and the 72 bow front, and a couple 3-gallon tanks here and there, and a couple more 10 20-gallon 5-gallon tanks outside, and it's like 690. I think it was 699 gallons altogether. So it's close to 20 tanks.
Yeah, last time I did a gallon add up on mine, I was at 9,995 gallons.
Mercy.
And since then, I took down 100 and put a 120 in its place, and I added 2 55s, and I just flipped over my other 4 300-gallon tubs just the other day, so I can start cleaning them up.
Right on. Yeah, see, I got the biggest tank I got is the 75s. And then everything's smaller from there. You know, I got 355s. I got the 40-gallon breeder and then a couple 40-gallon tanks outside, but everything else is small after that. But right now, I got a small fish, so. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and jump over to Foxie stream.
Alrighty.
See you there. Later.
Later, everyone.